In 1 week, I have seen in my city black men power washing parking lots, black men doing roofing work, black men doing lawn services around businesses in my city. Things are starting to look like the old days again. Black Man Thoughts 2.0, and I'm out. Peace.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only James Williams Dark Waters, and I'm back, and I'm here to talk to you about these ICE raids on MacArthur Park in Los Angeles. And I'm gonna start by saying this: I agree with what ICE is doing in LA, and when they articulate it as if they're terrorizing people, they are. What they're doing is they're making it so uncomfortable for the government and for illegals that you just want to run. This was a show of force. Was it necessary? I don't know. They don't show who was in the park prior to this, but it was a show of force, and I loved it. I mean, they had war horses out there. Hold on, let me let this play so you can see it. This was crazy. I loved it. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Large convoy and DHS officials right there, agents. And this is from our Fox correspondent Bill Malugin saying that breaking news, we are with hundreds of federal agents and military as a massive federal immigration enforcement operation is underway in the MacArthur Park area of the sanctuary city of Los Angeles, an area with heavy MS-13 influence. Mayor Bass has demanded that the raids stop. So this is another live look, aerial view right here from KTTV as hundreds of federal agents and military are part of this massive immigration enforcement. You can see, in fact, the large tanks right there. You can see the agents in their gear. And that does look like it's Mayor Bass, who is surrounded by photographers. So we're working to get more information on this. It does look like she is going to be discussing this with some officials. I'm just going to raise the audio. This is from the helicopter of our Fox 11 LA team. So it's unclear as to whether or not we're actually going to get any sound. But that is LA Mayor Karen Bass walking the streets there in LA as hundreds of federal agents and military are operating a federal immigration enforcement operation. This is happening right now in Los Angeles. So you can see that Mayor Bass surrounded by media as they're asking her for comment. We also see a number of federal agents surrounding the area as well, as this is a DHS raid operation happening right now in LA. This is a live look from our KTTV helicopter, and you can see Mayor Bass there in the teal suit right there. It's a little hazy as you can see that the helicopter now panning away, but we did want to share this with you coming into our Live Now for Fox Studios at this moment from LA, as hundreds of federal agents and military are there in LA as part of a federal immigration enforcement operation. We are working to gather more information, and should we hear from LA Mayor Bass, we will do so. I am just going to raise the audio to see if we can hear anything. This is a live look from the helicopter, so it is unlikely, but let's just try.
This is where we are. This is really the altitude where we're at. This is the 2X, this is just the glass, and then when I hit the digital doubler, we lose resolution. All right. Yeah, that's...
Listen, I'm going to say this to you. ICE has to do this. They have to do this to these people because, you see, you can't allow them to sit there and be comfortable like, oh, we just run stuff. That's why they came out in force. This doesn't show you the force I wanted you to see. Hold on, let me get the raw footage of them coming out in force. It's insane. This is the raw footage of them out there in force. They got tanks out here in these streets, man. Yeah, And it's supposed to be a place where MS-13 is. Now, if you ever played Grand Theft Auto, then you know that area on Grand Theft Auto. That's the park when you headed downtown. Like, I was a dog on that Grand Theft Auto when I played it. GTA 5? Oh, yeah, I was a dog when I used to play GTA 5. That's that park that you come down, right there. Come down the road and you head into downtown LA. And they came out in full force. That's crazy. I just referenced GTA 5, but I used to love playing me some GTA 5. They came out, look at them, marching across the street in full force with war horses. And you may say to yourself, well, man, that's overkill. It's not overkill when you're dealing with a terrorist, a gang that's been designated as terrorists. And when you add in the fact that people have been shooting, fighting, and stabbing ICE agents and Border Patrol agents, you need to come out here in these streets like this. Because it needs to be understood, all right, dog, you think you could mess with us. We've been being nice so far. And so now they come out with the horses, with the war horses, looking like samurais. They look like damn samurai horses they ride. And then look at the men in the front with the guns. Yeah. Military formation. And that's how you got to do it. So you're not going to be comfortable hanging out in the park just doing anything, because this kind of thing right here could pop up on you. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do when bad boys come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Especially just no snitch, no snitch. Hey, yeah, look at that. And somebody would be like, I voted for this. I want to be clear with you. I voted for this. Yes. Now, what I didn't vote for is this whole Epstein debacle, and they need to fix that. But I voted for this. This is the only way you're going to deal with the city of Los Angeles. And this is them they're sending a message to Karen Bass. It's sending a message to the illegals. And it's sending a message to all the people in the city of LA. Now, imagine if they came out with their rioters, right? And they came out, we was like, we're going to bring our people out. We're going to protest them. And they came out with the rioters. And I want you to notice, ain't that many protesters no more. Hold on. This not going to show you the number of protesters. You know what I'm saying? That's a girl right there. You can tell how she walking. See how she walking with her hands down, like kind of wobbly with a little sachet. Ain't that many damn protesters. You want to know why ain't no more protesters? Because they started saying they was going to investigate the NGOs and the people who was getting paid. And then they arrested that boy. Remember the boy that pulled up with the gas mask? When he got indicted, that was the end of that. Yeah, that was the end. Ain't nobody pulling up giving no gas masks, no reinforcements. Hold on, let's go to Karen Bass and see what Karen Bass got to say. And you're going to see this devilish smile. This woman is a demon. A damn demon. Like, here they go running up on the truck. This is why they got tanks right here. Look at it.
Federal law enforcement officials swarmed to MacArthur Park, an area not far from downtown Los Angeles. Activists here say they drove them out. Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles also showed up with an impassioned plea. Here's what she had to say to them. Mayor Bass says those officers were lining this area as children were playing.
Frankly, it is outrageous and un-American that we have federal armed vehicles in our parks when nothing is going on in the parks. There was no protest. There was no disorder that required that.
Activists were banging on those ICE cars and eventually drove them out. It's not clear exactly if anyone was detained when those ICE agents were here. We did reach out to Immigration Customs Enforcement officials. They said that they do not comment on ongoing operations.
Troops and federal agents swarm.
Now, what's insane is for her to say that they drove men in tanks out. You ain't drive them men in tanks nowhere. And the other thing that gets me is the Democratic Party is the same party that wants to abort babies after they born. And now all of a sudden, when it's convenient, they worry about children. They're the same party that allow open borders where children are smuggled, but then, they got children in the park. Y'all need to make up y'all mind. Are y'all for children or you're not for children? Are you only for children when it's time for you to use the children as a prop? I ain't seen no children nowhere in the park. Word on the street is that the park is taken over by drug addicts, crackheads, and drug dealers. And the kids can't go to the park. That might be the reason why they actually went there, is because it's a hot spot for drug addicts, drug dealers, and MS-13. And they wanted to make a point to them. And this is the show of force that they need to demonstrate every time, in my opinion. Shouldn't be playing no games with these people. They are murdering and shooting ICE officers. What you expect them to do? I go out there in a tank too. Like, for real, if I was at the damn ICE facilities, them tanks would be there. The tanks would line the ICE facility. Well, the exit. One on this side, one on this side, one on this side, one on this side. And then now if you get in front of that, and there will be one in front. And when they want to leave, that one will pull out. And if you're in the way, we'll roll over your dumb ass. And then when it's time for them to come back in, we'll back in. You wouldn't get no access. You wouldn't have an opportunity to do nothing to my people. Not with them shooting and murdering them or trying to murder them. They shot one in the knee today. So yeah, I think it's about time for some overkill. I've been saying this. I've been saying we need to be heavy-handed with these people. Somebody in one of the comments was like, well, dog orders, what you're saying is unconstitutional. Yeah. Patriot Act. Patriot Act. There's a thing called the Patriot Act that went in after 9/11. You might want to go read about the Patriot Act and what it means when you are considered a terrorist. You don't have no rights. You're a terrorist. They can put a black bag over your head and send you to Guantanamo Bay. That's what can happen. That's what needs to happen. If you terrorizing people, you need to go and go. Now, if you protest, protest. Go and do that. But see them people that's outside the ICE buildings and shooting and blocking, no, that ain't no protest. To sit there and block the ICE facility, block the exit, throw things at them, no, that ain't no damn protest. That's terroristic activities. These people were borderline on terroristic activities. The protest means you lying on the side of the street with your sign and scream and holler, ICE go home, ICE go home. The minute you start putting your hands on people, hitting vehicles, now you done crossed the line. You assaulted my vehicle. Yeah. It's a vehicle. You assaulted a law enforcement vehicle. That's why I never could have been no cop. Yeah, I'll arrest everybody. Everybody going to prison. Black, white, Latino, Jewish, Indian. I'm locking you all up. Yeah. Abuse of power. Nah, I'm just joking. I'll see y'all on the next video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. I'll see you soon.